Before we begin, I will meditate myself first and try to seek some blessing from gurus and Krishna. Om Gyanatimmirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshu Unmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayan Dadati Swapadantikam. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Tucharine Nirvishesya Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. All right. It was such a beautiful evening with Jamuna. Everybody were immersed in the holy name of God. So, as I was requested to speak this evening, all of a sudden, I was not planned or prepared. Then immediately some thought came in my mind that I would be speaking this evening on why we do chant Hare Krishna mantra here in Hare Krishna movement. There are so many people, they do different kind of practices in spiritual life. Some people do meditation, some people do yoga asanas, pranayamas, some people study scriptures and play with philosophy, exercise their mind with different kind of logics, argument, nyaya, so many varieties of knowledge in the Vedas. Srimad Bhagavatam says that in different time, in different age, people would practice in different way of self-realization. Like in the beginning of the creation in the Satya Yuga, technically called Satya Yuga. Satya means truth. Yuga means period of time. And people would live so long in those days, thousands of years, long life. As time evolved, as people slowly start getting contaminated, polluted in the ideas, in the mind, in the thought, in the philosophy, everything slowly diminishes, all the good qualities. Then after that period of goodness, Satya Yuga, another yuga comes. That is called Treta Yuga, where people live so long but little less than in the first era, Satya Yuga. People are still living so long and still they have good intelligence, good memory, everything very good, but little diminution in all these qualities. And as that process of diminution continues, and another era arrives, that is called Dwapara Yuga. Dwapara Yuga is just prior to what we are living now. And people's lifespan still diminishing, good qualities are still diminishing, people are dominated by mode of passion, ignorance, and goodness in mixed qualities. But it's still better than now. And the final age is called Kali Yuga. When that diminishing cycle progress and culminate in topmost, and people start losing all these good qualities in tremendous quantity, and hardly few good qualities remain in people in this age of Kali. So technically, Kali Yuga means age of quarrel and hypocrisy, quarreling, fighting, and not being truthful. Something we say something and we do something. Our mind, our external activities, and our internal thinking process is completely different. We always like duplicitous people. I try to act nice in front of you, but I do have something different plan within my mind, within my heart. So this way, this kind of qualities develops in this day. So the process for self-realization will not, the same process for all time will not work. So Bhagavatam says, Srimad Bhagavatam, the beautiful pastime of the Lord, you can always access these books. If you need a physical copy, you can come to the temple and buy one. It doesn't cost a lot. But if you have a cell phone or electronic device, you can download and read, very easily available, accessible to everybody. So the Bhagavatam explained that Kratoyam Dayato Vishnu. Is that Krato? Yeah. Kratoya Dhyayate Vishnu Tridayam Yajato Makhai Dwapare Paricharyayam Kalau Kesava Kirtana Kalotad Hari Kirtanat. Is that correct? Kalotad Hari Kirtanat. So Satya Yuga is also called Krata means Satya Yuga. People would meditate on Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They would see, sometimes they would be able to go under the water and stay under the water for thousands of years. And then they would deeply meditate on the Lord Vishnu within their heart. And people's life was so long in Satya Yuga because their ego was very less. When people are situated in the mode of goodness, naturally people are ego free. When we do not have ego, ego actually kills us, kills our body. So they would have long life because they would not be competing with each other. They would not fight for food or fight for rights, but fight for might and everything, just like today. Today people say that justice through strength. It means I suppress you with my power and then I establish peace in the society. So that egoless society, egoless people would definitely live longer. And as ego starts growing little by little, and we come down to the other age, then our lifespan started decreasing. And now in Kali Yuga, we hardly live for 100 years, 100 years. And most of us, we live in the city life, very busy life, industrial life, corporate world, working all the time. And we do not have much time to maintain our life, what to talk about thinking or meditating on spiritual realization. If I do not work, then how do I pay my rent? How do I supply food for my family? How do I even exist in the society? So this struggle for living is very strong in Kali Yuga. So it is recommended that Kalautad Hari Kirtanat. In the age of Kali, where people are completely disturbed, they have a less lifespan, less intelligence, lot of false ego, governing all time. So in this chaotic situation, the recommendation is Hari Kirtanat. It becomes the Yuga Dharma. Yuga Dharma means the spiritual practice that everyone can practice. It is accessible for all, and it is easy to perform for all. So I wanted to discuss today and say why this chanting holy name of God is Yuga Dharma in this age. Why not meditation and any other processes? So in meditation, in dhyan, it is a lot of processes. You need to go through the yama, niyama, dhyan, pratyahara. Let me read that the ladder, yoga ladder. Yeah, first we have a yama and niyama and asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, and at the end, samadhi. A lot of people practice this in Himalayas. If you go to Rishikesh in India and other Himalayas, other places, even in America, a lot of people practice meditation, but they are simply focusing on merely some asanas and pranayamas. Actually, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, these are just preliminary steps for actual dhyana. The real dhyana starts from pratyahara. When one start controlling the senses, it is very tough to do in Kali Yuga. But in chanting the holy name of God, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, just like we were chanting here with Jamuna, everyone can easily practice, including a little small child or a very old person. We have different age group people in this room. Some people are nearly 100 years, some are 15 years, some are 70 years, some are 45 years, some are 75 years, many age group, but we all are together chanting, and we are getting bliss from this chanting the mantra. And it does not exclude anybody to practice it. But in meditation, not everybody can do it. In order to practice asanas, you have to have a flexible body. You need to practice every day, and slowly and gradually you perfect one asana and you go to next. And then when you are perfect in that asana, then you again slowly go to another one. And it is a lot of difficult. It's not for everybody, especially in this age. So that is one of the reasons Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Veda Vyas and all the great scriptures, all throughout all the culture, the chanting the name of God is glorified. Even in Christianity culture, that yesterday Tamal Hari Prabhu was giving talk and says in Christianity, they say glorify your God all day and long. Glorify the name of God. In Islam, if you go, they read the name of God like 7-8 times throughout the day, every day. They call namaz, that means reading the name of God. It's also name. And then we chant Hare Krishna mantra. It's very easy. Everybody do this. And another reason why this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is easily accessible for everyone in this age is that in Dhyana Yoga, it is very technical and mechanical. Your body is involved here. First of all, you are training your mind, you are training your senses, you are trying to awake your kundalini, your chakras, and you are thinking about step by step by step, and all focusing on body. And once you stop doing this practice, then you come back down to zero. Because you have to again start over. You have to train your body, your mind. And especially in this age, like overthinking and stress, stressful situation is like a common problem in everybody's life. So how can we focus our mind? How can we bring that concentration of mind? In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has explained you should not sit too high, too low. You should straight your all this skeleton system, your bone, backbone, and you should have like a deer skin. You should sit on a deer skin as a kusagrasa and go to a secluded place, go away from the busy life, go to a jungle, forest, and meditate. This is not possible. But this chanting of Hare Krishna mantra, you are driving, you are cooking, you are whatnot, you are working. At all time, we can chant this Hare Krishna mantra easily. And it is when we chant Hare Krishna mantra, it has nothing to do with this body. It is directly connecting to the soul and the Supreme Lord. It directly connect. And there is nothing to do with our body. If I am physically fit or unfit, doesn't matter. And no matter if I can concentrate or not, but I can simply chant and utter the name at any time, and it directly connects me to the Supreme Lord. Very easy. Prabhupada says that this chanting of Hare Krishna is like going to the top of the building through elevator. One time, there were 3 friends visiting New York City, and they had a hotel booked, the 100-story building. And their room was booked on the top floor of the building. And as they were coming into the hotel from evening strolling into the street of New York, you may have heard this story many times, but it is very interesting. And as they were going to the elevator, they say it is out of order. No working, you have to walk step by step all the way to the top floor. And some of them had to pick up the key from the front desk. Somehow they forgot to pick up the key. And as they were going, and they were walking out to the window, and they were saying, can you share some story, your realization? What is most interesting thing in your life? And they were sharing beautiful story, love story, or whatever they had. And finally, the last person was asked to share something. By then, they have already reached 95 or maybe 99th floor. And what is your story, Mr. Jem? Whatever name was. Then he said he remembered that he forgot the key. Oh, I don't have any story, but my story is I forgot the key. I have to go down. I have to walk down to the ground again. So in this way, in this yoga ladder, when we practice dhyana yoga, you might attain some level of advancement, but if you commit a mistake, you come down to the zero. Sometime, if we make a mistake in dhyana yoga, it not only brings us down to the zero, but it will negatively harm us. Because when we control your energy and focus everything, try to stop your mind, activities of the mind, and cessation from all the external activities, you awake your chakras, your kundalini, and if you are not properly guided and do not carefully practice, a lot of people turn into a psychiatric patient. I have seen practically in India, if you go, a lot of people, they are losing their mental balance. It's very dangerous, especially in this age. But in chanting Hare Krishna, there is no harm, there is no loss. You can knowingly chant it or unknowingly chant it, or sometimes you can use it to make fun of somebody, or sometimes you might hate somebody using these names. It still helps and protects you. Because when we chant the name of the God, our practice and the goal is the same. Is because sadhya and sadhana. Sadhana and sadhya are the same in Bhakti Yoga. We are trying to reach God, or we are trying to obtain God by taking the help of His own name. So there is no difference between God, Krishna, and His name, Hare Krishna. So basically, we are taking shelter of Krishna and trying to obtain Him, trying to get Him in our life. So there is much protection and very safe practicing this Hare Krishna Mahamantra in this age. That is why this is called Yuga Dharma. And in Dhyana Yoga, people are trying to stop the activities of mind by different processes of yoga. Can you imagine controlling the mind, stopping mind, activities of mind, thinking, feeling, willing? Can we stop these activities of mind for even a second? Prabhu, is it possible?
Not for me.
Not for you. So, in yoga process, in Dhyana Yoga, when you try to control your mind, you get some peace for some time. You attain peace. Because when we are going away from busy and chaotic life and sit on a meditation and think and try to control, for a while it is peace. We obtain peace. It's not like yogis will not get happy. They obtain happiness by the process of peace when they control everything. But ultimately, the mind cannot be controlled completely. The nature of the mind is to remain active and doing something at all time. For example, if you realize yourself, if you read your mind right now, you may be listening to me, but within your mind, something else may have going on. You may be thinking, oh, I didn't tell my girlfriend that I am going to Hare Krishna tonight. Maybe she's mad at me. This may be going on in our mind. Or something else. So many other. You can understand. So it is actually it is an anti-process. It's not like helpful. Especially in Kali Yuga. Arjuna accepted that I may be I may be able to control the flow of wind, but it is very difficult for me to control my mind. Vayu eva suduskaram. So in chanting Hare Krishna, our feeling, our emotion, our thoughts are involved. As we go on chanting, because of we have a restless mind, we have so much thing going on, we have so much stress going on, we are overthinking, but we are then diverting that thinking process and thinking about Krishna. As we go on thinking on Krishna while chanting Hare Krishna, then Krishna reveal His beautiful form, beautiful qualities, beautiful pastimes, and all the good qualities are revealed within the mind of the devotees who practice Hare Krishna. Then this way we engage uncontrolled mind with right activities. One time I'll tell you a little story what happened in Vrindavan long ago, and we will end the class. I hope you are enjoying so far. Hare Krishna. All right. Mother Yasoda was complained by so many gopis, cowherd girl in Vrindavan. You may not be familiar to these technical terms, Vrindavan, gopis, Yasoda, but if you continue coming here and studying our books, they will be understood. And Krishna was performing his pastime and he was eating some dirt. You know dirt? Child go to the ground. When I was growing up, we were raised and born and play in the mud and playing every day, all day, no child care, no special care, nothing. We were born like wildly. Our mother would be busy all day long working in the field, and they would come at home, and we would be lying in the bed with a stool and everything, like, and they would clean at the end, and we would survive that way. I know we would eat dirt and so much things. Yeah, it is. I have seen, but here is different. And Krishna was trying to teach lesson to his mother and to all the people. Then he was eating dirt, and everybody thought, "Oh, Krishna is eating dirt. He might be sick. We need to let his mom know that he is doing all this thing. He should stop this." And everybody came to Mother Yasoda and complained, "Yasoda ma, your child Krishna is eating dirt. Please clean his mouth and stop him doing this. Otherwise, he becomes sick." Then Krishna was crying in great fear that he was complaining, and he says, "They are lying, mommy. I did not eat dirt. They are lying. It is a lie." But everybody could see some dirt in his face, in his cheek, that it was true. It was not lying. But Veda says, or the Vedic knowledge says, that Krishna or God will never speak a lie. And everybody saying he has eaten the dirt, and Krishna says, "It is a lie. I have not eaten any dirt. It's not true." Then everybody said, "No, no, no, Krishna is not, we are not lying. He is lying, that he doesn't want to accept his mischievous activities. And if you open his mouth and see, you can see the dirt as a proof, first-hand proof. Today he cannot escape." And finally, when he was forced to open his mouth, his mother could see the whole universe. So many unlimited planets, great personalities like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Ganesha, all the great king. And Mother Yashoda could see that she was chastising that baby Krishna inside his mouth. She could see herself. Krishna revealed this whole universe to his mother. And Krishna proved that, and then he said, "If everything within me, then how did I eat the dirt?" So the statement is not lie. It is true that I did not eat the dirt. So this kind of a revelation happens in the life of devotees when they take the shelter of holy name, chanting Hare Krishna. It looks very simple, and sometimes people do not understand that this Hare Krishnas, they always do chanting and dancing. They do not have any other deeper understanding of philosophy. But all the philosophy is within this holy name of the Lord. And this any kind of mystery that lies in the universe can be revealed to the devotees who chant this holy name. So another risk of doing this dhyana yoga is that sometimes it can trap us within this process, and we can be very far away from God. Why? Because if we carefully practice this dhyana yoga and start attaining all kind of perfection, siddhis, lagima siddhis, anima siddhis, people, if you see the video levitation, they practice, they do sit on the meditation, and they can rise above from their seat. So when that kind of siddhi start coming, then we start thinking, "Oh wow, I become God. I am very powerful. I am great. I am God," and then we become God. This is what in India there was great big magician like Sai Baba. Have you heard about Sai Baba? He put chain here, like a golden chain, real gold chain, and a lot of people are sitting there in front of him, and just do some magic and trick, and then okay, change. There are real perfection. People can really attain those siddhis, but there are fake people who falsely claim that they have the such perfection. And when we have that kind of siddhis, then it will block our path, and it will make us think that now I am God, I am great, and then we will again fall down into this material world. But in chanting Hare Krishna, this fear or this risk is not there at all. So this is the prescribed method of this age for every single people. You do not have to be very rich. You do not have to be very smart, intelligence. You should not be like born in a Brahminical family. You don't have to be like color, race, or anything in this process. Everyone can easily practice. And another thing is like it is very cheap. It doesn't cost anything. If you want to do some yoga practice, dhyana yoga, without paying money, you cannot even go and take classes. It costs a lot. But nobody charges you to chant Hare Krishna mantra. Nobody charges you to come to Hare Krishna and chant Hare Krishna mantra. And the result you get is unlimited. So this is why Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brought this Harinam Sankirtan, which is the activity that is daily performed in the spiritual world. It finally leads us one to the love of God. It evokes, because our mind is completely engaged in chanting. We are not trying to forcefully stop our mind. Rather, we are engaging this mind and then engage in the service of Lord, and it brings satisfaction and ananda, not based on peace, but based on service. The ananda, the bliss we attain from dhyana yoga is based on peace, is momentary. But engaging in Krishna consciousness, chanting Hare Krishna mantra, it brings the contentment, the satisfaction of the soul. It's directly coming from God. And if you practice, only you can understand by realization. Whatever I am talking, you have to go through this process and you realize yourself. The test of pudding is in eating. Can we chant Hare Krishna together one time? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I went over 5 minutes, so I don't think we have any time for question. Thank you for your patience and presence. Now we will again enjoy in dancing and chanting. Hare Krishna.